here for folks like us. Wrong city, wrong people.
And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Aesop Grimm here, and this is the continuation of my, I guess, attempt at modifying Cyberpunk 2077. So this episode here, we're going to be loading up HD textures. A number of different kinds. So the way I want to lead that off is to look at how the game looks before I do that. So we've already got path tracing going, we've got pretty much ultra settings going, we're using DLSS performance, and we have CPU optimization and ultra plus mods loaded up. So it should already be making the game look pretty good, you know, which I think it does. I've got Ultra Plus set at 40 FPS, so anything that the game's able to achieve over that with my system, Ultra Plus will kick in extra quality.
Hey V, Regina Jones here. If you're looking for work in Watson, give me a call.
How did you find me? How'd you even know my name?
I know where to gather my intel. Could even call me a collector. Later, V.
Oh, no.
So because of that, then we should constantly be sitting at 40 FPS or below, maybe 42.
Hey, yo, V. How about a round or two? What do you say?
I say I want to get out of here and get downstairs. That was the wrong button.
The event, the streets of Night City will come alive with exquisite multi-story Dashi floats. The festival program will also include musical performances by biwa virtuosos and theatrical performances in the No tradition. The sponsor for the festival is the Arasaka Corporation, and in an exciting development, even Hanako Arasaka.
All right. So these little food vendor places, notice how the cases are empty. I think that might change. Well, that might actually not come until later. It's more like, see the graphics of the hamburgers and stuff? That stuff might change. I don't have a zoom in, huh? Okay. That's what might change for us.
So, we can talk about yesterday.
Kind of pay attention to these kinds of textures. And then the street, which actually looks pretty doggone good to me just with vanilla. When you have path tracing turned on, I mean the game, even without path tracing, this game just looks good. The reflections in the gutter, the various trash. Everything's looking pretty good to me. See what we can make out here as far as words. It's really hard to read just because the style of writing. F the police. This was made during the Summer of Love 2020, so you got some like F12 kind of ideals being inserted here. I would assume then, like, how does that work out in this kind of environment where the enemy is really the corporations? I would assume what it means is that the corporations own the police, and so there's a view that things are not really being enforced evenly, I guess. But you know what? I mean, that that perception has existed for all of time, and it's held by the people who deserve to have it enforced against them the most. You know, those guys are always complaining, hey man, all I was doing was robbing the dude. The hell? How can you even think like that? So I don't know. I just had a long discussion today in AI, kind of accidentally, talking about various aspects that I wanted to understand more about the Cyberpunk universe. And it got me and the AI off into some really, telling you, man, I almost wish I had it saved somewhere. I asked it on a like a private web page, so it wasn't in my logged in account, so I don't have it saved for you. But the kinds of philosophical ideas that got brought up, that I had a back and forth, not really an argument. We weren't, you know, I wasn't arguing with AI. AI was informing me about the stuff that was like the philosophical beliefs behind some of the things I was saying and some of the things that were presented in Cyberpunk. And then I questioned some of the stuff, and AI pointed out where I was right, where I was wrong, where my argument could use some more strength, you know, some strengthening, and where it was really solid at. It was absolutely fascinating, I gotta tell you. It was kind of fascinating to see how all that unfolded. To go from asking the game to explain some certain aspects, like I was asking specifically about Soul Killer within the Cyberpunk 2077 universe. And I had some questions about, you know, why would people buy this in the first place? If it isn't actually them, it's more of like a replication of them. And and everything unfolded from there. It was, I'm just saying, it was really fascinating. Okay. What am I in trouble for? What? Really? Oh, I'm dead. I didn't expect to get attacked like that. Normally I don't. I was going to show an example there where advertisements are not blurred with another mod that I'll be putting up, like a always best quality or something to that effect. Let's just skip the pleasantries here and get my shoddy loaded up. We win. Kind of intense. Okay, so this was an example of that. Now, I don't know, because this might be, maybe it's supposed to be blurred out. You have kind of this wired front here, So, not quite sure, right? But we'll see. These are the kinds of things that I'm wanting to pay attention to before we load up these texture mods. Alright, let's put this away. Let's kind of wrap up this little walk around. I'm at what? We're at 10 minutes. That's probably pretty good for a look at graffiti here and I think that's good. Okay, so let's maybe go check out what the things look like in shadow a little bit. Textures really shouldn't, that's more of a lighting thing. People will probably look the same because I don't have body mods loaded up or anything. It's vanilla bodies. Okay, let's go ahead and get out of the entire game. Unlock my display. And my little cheat notes are over on my other screen. You can't see it, but this is where I'm keeping notes of the mods that I plan on loading up. I really have been working a lot with AI to find out what mods I should be using. Also, I think it's visual. Gosh, what's his name? We should look it up. It won't take me long. We gotta go to YouTube. And then I need to go to my, where's my playlist at? Right there. And into my Cyberpunk mods here. There's Spectre Gaming. It's either Blur or it's Stunning Visuals here. And I'm pretty sure it's Stunning Visuals, which, by the way, you notice, because I pointed this out, this is a year ago. This video with the mods that he uses was put out a year ago. But understand that he put one out just a few months ago, like back in, it was either September or November, and he's using pretty much the same mods and stuff. So everything's still pretty relevant. Yeah, it's his mod list that I'm pulling a lot of this from. So that's important, I think. I feel like we need to give credit where credit is due, and also the fact that he's got a reference thing here. You can see what video, you can see what his name is, and that way you can find it just as easily as I did. But the first thing that we're going to put up is actually not a texture mod. It's just that I think this is a good time to load it up, and that's the Community Palette project. This actually is more of a, do I actually have it already? I might. No. This is actually a modder resource. And let's make sure that doesn't play. Community Palette Project Cyberpunk. Okay, Nexus Mods. This is like a modder's resource so that modders have access to a whole heck of a lot more colors and stuff. And I believe the way I found out about this was that one of the Nova LUTs that I wanted to get, or maybe it was just another mod that was made by Cyanide X, required this. But I think that I think it's useful enough that I just kind of included in my basic, what's turning out to be my basic setup. I don't know. All of this is exploratory for me, so I don't know if I have a basic yet. But we're going to use Mod Manager. Looks like I got to log in. I forgot to verify. There we go. Log in. Slow download. And that's done. Okay, the next thing then is called ETO2K. ETO2K. I didn't find it. Alright, let's type it in up here then. Cyberpunk ETO 2K. Actually, I think it's just called ETO. Environment Textures Overhaul. This is stuff like your roads, your, gosh, I wouldn't expect it to be walls. Let's read it. Make sure that we know what this is covering. Mod replaces a lot of low-quality textures to remade higher... Okay, let me read it again. Mod replaces a lot of low-quality textures with remade higher fidelity ones while trying to match the vanilla look. Okay, so... And it works with HD Rework Project, which we will be using that also. Performance and VRAM usage. .7 gigabyte. Okay. Let's give it a shot. We are going 2K. Not 4K. I have a 1440p monitor, so... And I don't have 24 gigabyte of VRAM, I have 16, so I want to go with 2K. And you can see this is going to take a while, so I'm going to put you on pause while this downloads. See you in a minute. Alright, we just finished that download and it has loaded it up. So, next is something I had to talk with AI about on whether or not I should get it, and the consensus seemed to be that I should. It is called Ultra Fog. I'm trying to remember why we decided that we wanted it, because initially the AI said no, you don't need it, but then as we discussed more mods being loaded and how my system was performing and whether or not I was going to use Ultra Plus and stuff like that, then the AI changed its mind, and I asked it specifically, did you change your mind after receiving new info, or are you just simply contradicting yourself? And it said, no, I changed my mind. So here it is. Ultra Fog, Steam, Smoke, and Bloom. Better and more immersive Cyberpunk. Let me make sure. There should be a light mod here. Yeah, there is. Same as full, but does not contain ENV files, which we will be using Cyanide X stuff for ENV. Compatible with GITS, Nova, Real Color, Preem, Edge, etc., etc. Okay, we're going to read about this, guys, because I need to remember about it. What all it does. Now works with any other mod. The goal of Ultra Fog is to make Cyberpunk look more realistic by fixing overly bright fog, steam, cigarettes, cigars, vehicle exhaust, grenades, fire, lighting, and other particle effects for ray tracing and path tracing. Specifically, the full version fog is less dense. Increased cloud and scattering. Well, we're not going to do the full version. All versions, decreased brightness of many steam, smoke, cigarette smoke, dust, drug inhalers, vehicle exhaust, gas grenades, poison, lighting, fire effects to better fit the scene. But it depends on the situation. For example, in the car with Dex, the smoke is cinematic, so I've left it strong, but I have adjusted it. But steam from food, air conditioners, and vehicles is no longer unbelievably strong. Liquid nitrogen cooling is still strong, however. I've referenced a lot of IRL scenes in real life to try and get these right. So he's done a lot of work. I think that's something that we can appreciate, that we want this kind of a mod. It sounds actually like it would reduce the amount of fog, which is one of the #1 contributors to frame loss, while enhancing immersion and looking more realistic. So we'll see how that works out. That would be pretty nice to get back in there and check out. This is the light version. This mod requires 1 or more additional files. Ultra plus better trath. Okay, so we're going to want to grab that. Ultra Plus is a series of mods designed for all PCs, fixing bugs and performance with the best possible visuals. I want to make sure that this isn't the best performance for... Oh, wait, for everyone. Okay, I already have this. Gotcha. See, it labels it as path tracing and stutter hotfix. Let me see if there's a specific file with that name. So we downloaded this right here. Ultra Skin. No, I think we got the whole enchilada in that one download. So we should be good. And there it goes. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is HD Reworked Project. I should have told you guys at the beginning, this is probably going to be multiple episodes long. Because I want to kind of have them separated and have a chance to spend some time really looking at them. So right now we're overhauling like the big stuff, the world, all the various environment mods, and then the fog. But in the next episode, we're going to start doing things like food and fruits, windows, trees and vegetation, burger, pizza, sushi, fast food. There's a few different things there. And then the third one will be NPCs. And I might not even make a video about that because I don't know. Well, I should. We'll probably tack that on at the end of the next video, because I don't know how I can go in and show you a before and after with us being this early in the game. So what we'll do is that the next video is going to be everything from like burgers and pizza to clear car windows to better windows in general on the buildings to a realistic map and preem scopes. And then at the end of that, I'm going to show you these, what is his name? Monster something or another. I can't remember the second part of his name. Maybe it's Monster Made. I can't remember. But he has a whole bunch of NPC mods that up-level the faces and the tattoos and stuff. It uses AI to scale them up, I believe is how he does it. And I will at least show you which mods those are, so that if you're wanting to copy what I'm doing, you can kind of see which ones I'm doing. But they are all listed in the stunning visuals Google document that I showed you earlier in this video, or showed you where the link's at in his YouTube video. Okay, let's read about it. This project aims to improve the graphics by reworking game assets to better quality, preserving original art style and good performance. Modification from author of The Witcher 3 HD Reworked Project. So almost everybody uses this mod. It's got an outstanding reputation. Project aims to improve. We just kind of read this basically. reworked to high resolution, many various environment textures occurring through the whole of Night City and Badlands, including high quality roads, walls, terrain, dirt, graffiti, vegetation, objects, and more. So I think you want to make sure. I think this is the one that's supposed to load first, and then ETO might overwrite some of this. I think that's the order it's supposed to go in. I might have to ask AI about that. Version 2.0 improved the quality of almost all textures from the version 1.0, reworked to high resolution. Many new textures of environment, architecture, graffiti, and more. Okay. Does the modification hit performance? There are two main files. Which should I choose? In general, the modification does not hit performance in any way if you have enough VRAM. Even if you run out of memory a bit, it shouldn't be a problem. There are two versions. Ultra quality and balanced. Contains highest quality textures and gives the best visual experience. Highly recommended for 2K and 4K displays. Game can use up a maximum of 1 to 1.5 gigabyte more VRAM. So most modern graphics cards should easily deal with it. Okay. Well, that's the one we're going to go with. So let's go ahead and go to Files. And we're looking for ultra quality here for 2K and 4K displays. It starts the download, and this is another one, guys, that's going to take a while. So again, I'm going to put you on pause, and then we're going to go into the game. Whenever I unpause you, I'll be in game, and we're going to see if we can notice any differences. We might not, but we'll just kind of have to see. Maybe it depends on how detail oriented you are. I'm not at all detail oriented, but I tend to kind of subconsciously pick up on, like, I might not pick out explicitly, oh, this is a whole lot more high def than what I'm used to, but my immersion factor increases because my subconscious is picking up on it, if that makes sense. But you guys that are a whole lot more detail oriented and just kind of hyper aware of your surroundings and stuff like that, you might be able to see the difference. But anyway, I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay guys, I guess I kind of lied to you. We're not in game yet, but we just finished that download. The reason that we're still looking at this screen here is so that you can see my Vortex, and I wanted to point out, if we go to load order, there is no load order. So I guess the HD rework project and the ETO mod they don't conflict with each other. They don't overwrite the same files or anything, which kind of surprised me. But let's go ahead and hit play, and we'll go see what this game looks like. This should be the vast majority of textures overhauled. It might even be the food is also overhauled, but then Stunning Visuals felt like he liked other food mods more, upscaled high-res food mods, so he loaded those in to overwrite what these mods are covering. That's a possibility. I'm not really sure. It's taken a long time to load up. That might be a result of the fact that we have some heavy-duty mods loaded up now. These HD retexture mods are big. Let's go ahead and thumbs up on that. I don't feel like it should be taking this long, though. Let me go ahead and pause you, and I'll bring you back whenever I'm actually in the game. Okay, basically I had to quit Vortex, and I found like an instance of Cyberpunk opened kind of way down the list. So it might be that it didn't completely close out whenever I had quit before. At any rate, once I did all that, this thing popped up right away, so we're good to go. Okay, we're gonna scroll all the way down, load up our save.
Hey everyone, feels great to have you back. So then, did y'all hear about that Arasaka aircraft carrier docked in Night City called Kujira, or the Whale?
Okay, so we're in V's room. Nothing really looks nothing standing out to me as better. I'm trying to look at that. That fog is the thing that would be the most obvious. This one over here does look different. This fog over here. But as far as the HD textures and stuff, it's kind of hard for me to tell. But I told you guys about that before, right? So if you guys see differences, let me know. But I kind of also have the idea that this photorealistic thing is going to be a sum of all parts. It's when you get everything put together, the result is this really realistic looking visual. So until we have everything put together, we might not really see it.
Regina Jones here. If you're looking for work in Watson, give me a call.
How did you find me? How'd you even know my name?
I know where to gather my intel. Could even call me a collector. Later, V.
Piece of shit. Come on.
Oh, no. What team is this?
Hey, yo, V. How about a round or two? What do you say?
To me, I see like flickering from these papers and stuff. I don't remember seeing that before. There's a lot of junk flying around that I don't remember seeing before, and they have this sort of flicker effect to them, so I'm not necessarily a fan. See how they flicker? I don't know if I like that. I don't know where it's coming from. Probably ETO.
Let's have a look. Thanks a lot. All right, let's see what you got.
But, again, I don't know how it'll look whenever we have everything done. I don't have any scopes or anything. Okay. We'll equip the shoddy. Actually, let's take a look at V there. Does she look any different? I don't think so. I see a lot of, actually, like, occlusion happening where I don't think that necessarily looks very good either.
Is an AI created by Raven Microcybernetics, has been lauded for several of her works over the years. Her first novel, Requiem for a Samurai, which was published in 70 languages simultaneously.
Hello, it's time for your local news. The Aratama Matsuri Festival is nearly upon us. To mark the event, the streets of Night City will come alive with exquisite multi-story dashi floats. The festival program will also include...
Well, this actually does look a little better to me. I don't know if that's just my head playing tricks on me, like the floor looks better.
The sponsor for the festival is the Arasaka Corporation. And in an exciting development...
Maybe I'm just seeing things. I don't really know. Okay. Smoke. It is still a lot of smoke. Where's it coming from? It looks like it's just hanging out in this area. Well, I guess it's coming from... It's supposed to be coming from the vending machine, or the vendor. But shouldn't it be billowing out from someplace instead of just hanging there? I don't know. And I don't recall seeing the vanilla version. Right, so it's hard for me to make a difference or see a difference. Oh, look at that. It kind of fades out as you get closer. It's very bright the further you are away, and it creates some pop-in. We might have to do a quick, well, that now I don't see the pop-in. We might have to do a quick reload where we have the ultra fog disabled to see if we can notice a difference, because right now I'm noticing the fog all over the place, but I'm kind of looking for it also. I don't want to just be hyper focused on fog. To me, it feels like I'm maybe catching reflections in the water a little bit quicker, a little bit more often.
So I'm letting loose on this animal. Bam, bam, bam. And then I hear click, click, click. Get me? Full mag at 9.
More fog right there. But again, where's it coming from? It just kind of showed up. Oh, it's coming from here. Okay. And then the wind is catching it and blowing it into the middle. Oh, that's pretty realistic. Oh, look, that looks nice right there. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from Ultra Fog, I think. We might still do a little bit of a before and like a vanilla versus Ultra Fog, because especially coming out of H10, I want to see what some of those differences might look like. Right here, this looks pretty realistic, guys. Not the NPC so much, but the environment, the reflections, and we're under the kind of lighting conditions that this stuff does start to really pop. So it could be that we are starting to see things take shape. This cement here is looking great to me. I don't know if I remember it being that realistic looking before. Again, I'm really nervous that my brain is just kind of seeing what it wants to. But I mean, it's a fact that we loaded up a couple of HD retexture mods, so I mean, we know that happened, right? Reflections are looking stellar. Absolutely dynamite. You know what else could be playing a role here is the colors palette mod. I'm not sure, but
slow down.
These are looking pretty like subdued colors, more realistic looking to me. This is going to be more of a lighting thing.
Hey, is there something I can do for you? Because I'm kind of
Really?
busy.
You want to get going? This looks quite realistic to me, but I think it's because of the lighting. That color mod actually alters colors, not the shade that you see is going to depend on lighting. So some of this is not the retextures that we're working on today. Some of this that we're seeing is a result of the path tracing that we've put in, the changes to lighting that we're seeing, the Ultra Plus mod at work, stuff like that. And we're going to come here because we have black billowing smoke here. And I thought that was reserved to burning cars. But that doesn't appear to be the case. We're getting some black industrial smoke coming from underground, under the city. I wouldn't have done it that way. If you think of places like New York and Chicago, this is light fog. This is steam pouring up from sewers and from underground pipes and stuff, where you have a cold weather happening, but underground things are hot because of boiling water being moved through pipes, and that is combining to create dense fog that pours up through the grates. And so that fog, that's a water vapor, so it's going to be gray fog. I don't know where this black is coming from, but the guy did talk about using a lot of IRL examples to, and notice how it gets gray the further we get away. So that's unusual also. That's a little bit odd. This might be a lighting thing too, then. Like if we look from this direction. Oh yeah, look how black it is. It depends on what direction we're looking at it from. That's what's happening. That's path tracing. That's real lighting happening. It's being silhouetted on one side, and then from this side it's gray fog. Okay, well, I can get down with that. I can understand that. The graffiti looks a lot sharper to me. Obviously, you get up close, you see a lot of detail and texture here.
Well, what's up?
Man, I can't get over how good the reflections look. I don't know if that was there before. I know that you had really sharp reflections just because I have it turned on that way. If you caught it at the right angle. But what I'm starting to notice is that the right angle, it's like a monitor, you know, like if you get a high quality monitor and you look at it from an angle, you can still see the picture. If you have a cheap monitor, you can't. This feels like we can still see the picture from more extreme angles than normal, which is feeling to me to more realistic to real life. All right, let's keep going here. I'm finding lots of reasons to stop, and we want to see a little bit more. Look at how the light bloom is working there, because this is a bright area. That's exactly how it would work. I've been in, well, we all have. We've all been in situations like this where the sun is actually bright, but you're obscured because of buildings and stuff, or vegetation, or whatever it is, and you get a ray of sunlight in, and it's intense. Now you've got the position of a really bright area, and your eyes are used to shadow, right? And it creates that glare. Downtown looks fantastic. A lot of fog. Look at the scale that we're looking at here, how high these buildings go. Apparently the next Cyberpunk video is supposed to really lean into that. The vertical nature of a highly densely populated city, you know. These vending machines are looking better, more clear. I wish I could find my way back to the place I was at where we got fired on, because there was that 18 plus couple of advertisements there that were hidden behind a grate, and they were blurred, and I would like to know if they were blurred because of graphics or blurred because that grating was supposed to create that situation. Look at the graffiti over there. Oh man, I'm detecting a level of realism that I didn't see before, guys. I don't know about you. Give me some validation in the comments, will you? What in the Air Force we used to call a sanity check, just to make sure that I can believe what I'm seeing here. Do you guys see it the way I do? Like, this still looks like relative Cyberpunk, but it does seem upscaled. Not all of it. But especially the stone surfaces. Anything that's concrete seems to be upscaled. Oh, I hit that barbed wire. And then if the lighting is correct, things are starting to look realistic to me. Need for Steed. That's funny. El Guapo. What are these electric lips about? We got a nightclub over here. I think I remember there being... I don't know if we're in the right area for it, though. I don't think so. That's something else. Let's go check it out. I'm interested now. Oh, okay, there's my zoom. Hey, amigo. Oh. That's the right way to do it, man. That's what people ought to be doing against these protesters, too. I guess they are. I guess that's exactly how it's going. Alright, what is this place? Oh, man. This place is shady as F. Because it's got no labels. It's got no labels, man. And it's got gangsters hanging out here. That dude's lucky. Oof, that's nasty. Not as nasty as it could be, though, and we're going to be addressing that at some point in time. So you got a whole wall going all the way up into the clouds with the electric lip signs on it and no labels. It's not like a place of reputable business. And a hotel. Get out of here, man. Alright, I think we just blew up a bunch of pimps. That's doing the world a favor right there. Get them girls in a program and get them off the mess that they're being held sway under. Gosh, that's looking really good. And we're not in the best of lighting conditions now. It's getting really like shade because the day's disappearing, so shade's pouring in. These things look best in overcast, daytime overcast. That's looking really good. Whatever building that is that part of the medical building? I guess it's got the same colors. So yeah. What's that called? Gomorrah. That's a club. That's got to be a club, right? Because they got the advertisements. Well, it says 18 plus, though. Normally, if it's got something like that, even though clubs are like, you got to be 21 because they serve alcohol. But whenever you see that 18 plus, that to me screams red light district stuff. Jacked and Coke. I was gonna go check out that food vendor to see if I could see any scaled up food, but it was so bloomed out with the brightness that I didn't think I'd be able to spot a difference. Oh, wow, man. He just unloaded a full clip into that dude. What the... That was a straight up execution, man. Okay. None of my business. I'm not sure that passes as policing, but depending on the circumstances, I might support it. Foodscape. Maybe Foodscape will have some examples if we can get inside here. Nothing there. I guess it's not a restaurant, actually. I like this pistol. I'm really digging this pistol. Can I get in there? No, I can't. Burned out cars. This one might work. Oh, sorry. I think this chick is like a one-woman band. I can't remember her band's name. It's Lay something. They're French. But I've seen a video of one of the songs that she does. She has 2 songs in this game. And it's just her on a keyboard, so I don't know if there's anybody else involved in the background. So we're still just kind of scanning the environment on a drive. This is where I'm kind of about to end it, and we're gonna get out of the game and go disable the ultra fog and come back in and double check, and then we'll wrap the video up. But I'm wanting you to kind of see what what things look like
All units in the
in
area
the city as we
reported
drive
conduct
through.
reported in Watson.
331 responding. On my way, dispatch. But only because I like you.
Why you flirting with dispatch, huh? Romeo?
Suspect's vehicle has been located. Details have been sent.
Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and call it good right
All
here.
units be advised. Suspect remains in the vicinity.
Not as hard as I thought it would be. Oh, they got me good. Oh, can I pull it off? Nope. Leave you alone.
Code 0. I repeat, code 0 in this area. All
We're
units
free and
resume
clear.
normal
Oh
duties.
my goodness, we just passed the hole. Alright, let's get out of here, man. This game's too fun. Alright. Let's go in and find that fog. Ultra plus best performance. Okay, there it is. Ultra fog, steam, smoke, and bloom. Disable that temporarily. Go back into the game. Let me know what you guys thought, man. I really want a sanity check on that. I felt like the game was starting to look a lot more realistic. I'm really not totally sure whether that had to do with having pretty good lighting conditions, or whether it was the retexture mods that we loaded up. Probably a little bit of both. Probably, yeah. Let's see, the rescue.
Hey everyone, feels great.
All right, so remember, this is with the Ultra Fog mod disabled. So first thing we'll look at is right outdoors here. It's actually harder to see. Oh no, there it is. There. Okay, the fog's starting. You can see it down there, right there. This one over here. Yeah. It's little puff balls coming up, whereas the Ultra Fog mod smears all that out and makes it look more like this right here. Kind of one continuous blob, which is more realistic to me. Alright, let's have V go to sleep. And we'll check the fog again in daytime. I mean, it looks fairly good to me. During the daytime, pretty faint over there too, understated. Pretty good. There's more fog here.
What? You embarrassed?
Hey, V. Regina Jones here. If you're looking for work in Watson, give me a call.
How did you find me? How'd you even know my name?
I know where to gather my intel. Could even call me a collector. Later, V.
No.
Love this voice actress, man. She's kind of a sweetheart too. I've seen a little bit of her in an interview, like real life. She comes off as sort of sugar sweet, nice, hyper, but in like in a sort of appealing kind of way. I don't want to be. I don't want to cross a line into being disrespectful. She's married, you know. I'm not trying to hit on her. Or anything. How do I put that? Of course I wouldn't be hitting on her. I'm a video gamer sitting in my room, right? But you get the point. Like, I don't want to speak of her in wrong tones. Looking at the fog again. But the way that she plays V, you know, she brings that grit and edge, and I really like, you know, she's sarcastic. The way she answered that phone call, how did you find me? How do you even know who I am? You know, the question right off the bat is, who the hell are you and how do you know me? But the way that she phrases that, I thought was really cool. And apparently she brings that kind of, like, her personality, that's coming from the soul, right? That comes from her as a human being. That's coming from inside her. And apparently she's like that throughout the whole game, so I'm looking forward to hearing it. I like it. I like how she presents attitude. I do like the ultralight fog more for these, for what I'm seeing here. Let's see what we see, what's happening here with these lights. Vanilla seems to be a little bit more smooth. Well, no, it gets bright right there. That's the fog itself. With the ultra fog, I think it was this light was really, really bright. No, it might have been that fog also, now that I'm thinking about it. But eventually it settled down. Oh, this one is too. Well, the fog dissipated. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The fog. Okay. So you can see that consistently, as you back away from vanilla fog, it gets really bright. And I am noticing that there is a lot of fog, and Ultra Plus Fog definitely toned that down. Now our next big check is going to be where we saw black fog coming out of the grate I don't think it was because of the Ultra Plus Fog mod. I think it was because of the lighting, and I don't know that we'll be able to replicate that here because lighting is random. Right here, this was also something I want to see. Also, look at these textures. See if you can notice a difference. Here, the fog looks pretty similar, but see how you get clumps? The Ultra Fog mod gets rid of that, makes it look more natural. Let's get right up on some of these textures. I mean, they look good just as is. Oh, no, my bad. These are the HD textures. I didn't turn that off. It's just the fog. Just checking out the reflections there. All of this stuff should be the same as the last time we came through because I didn't disable those mods. We're really only looking at the fog as being the difference. Okay, there it is. It does look more black. Not, oh yeah, just as black. Okay, so that confirms it's the, that's path tracing. Path tracing causing light reflection to be more realistic. But this fog, you can tell, you can see it's really, really blurry. It looks almost like rain at certain points. Streaks would be a better way to put it. So the Ultra Plus Fog mod is worth it, in my opinion. And remember, it does tone down some of this fog. We're seeing a lot of fog in the city, a lot. Remember that when we're talking about fog, we are talking about everything from vapor to smokestacks to cigarette smoke. Well, alright guys. That I think is going to do it. We don't really have anything else to look at. But I would like your opinions on whether or not you felt like you saw a difference between the beginning of the video, which was vanilla textures, and the HD retextures, because I think I'm picking up more realism. Alright, again, I'm Aesop Grim. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and I'll see you in the next episode, where this story continues.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized.